What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Cincinnati Reds franchise. The draft is over, the trade deadline is over, and the All-Star break is over. Now we are looking towards the future here. Marco Bautista is who we hope can headline the future, the potential 19-year-old left fielding prospect that we just drafted, along with Felipe Campanera. See potential, unfortunately, but he has very good hitting stats right off the bat. Thomas Wolfe was our third selection. Looks to be a really good pitching prospect, along with Charlie Cruz. I think we did really good at drafting pitching for the future. Ryan Galvin's another guy from the Netherlands who we didn't really know a lot about, but he turns out to be really good. And then Richie Ott, a little storyline behind him is he was the starting quarterback at Nebraska, but he chose to play baseball instead. So that is our first draft class. 190 potential guy, but a couple of 80 in the pitching department. Felipe Beltran was a guy that we really liked for his electrifying hitting. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take him, along with Brent Black, a starting pitcher, a left-handed pitcher, who has very good velocity and break, a guy that I really liked. Looking at the roster news, we have re-signed Tyler Stevenson and Hunter Green, both to 6-year deals, $70 million worth for Tyler Stevenson and $53 million worth for Hunter Green. So the Hunter Green contract replicates exactly real life. Here were the trades that we made at the trade deadline in the live stream. Landon Sims, we received Brian Ramos, Heriberto Hernandez, and Victor Castaneda were 4 prospects that we received, and we sent off 6 players. Here's Heriberto Hernandez. He is a very good catching prospect, first baseman prospect, outfielding prospect. He has a lot of power. Here's Victor Castaneda. He will start off at AAA for us. He is a starting pitcher prospect. He's a guy that could contribute here in the future along with Landon Sims, which is a relief pitcher. And I like what he brings to the table as well. You know, I think here in 2 to 3 years, he could be up at the big league and be a very solid reliever for us. Here's Brian Ramos, the third base prospect that we got from the Chicago White Sox. And he looks really good as well. Another power hitting guy. And then another guy I want to focus on in this video is Andrew Abbott, who we did not trade for him, but he is one of the top prospects in our farm system. And I think he has the capability to be in our starting rotation next season. I think at 23 years old, 65 overall, I like what he could bring to the table. Here's Will Myers. You can see him in the lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays, so he will be getting time. Luke Weaver will slot in as the 5th pitcher in the rotation, and then TJ Antone they'll stick him in the middle relief position. And then lastly, looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are surprisingly competing, they have Luis Cessa at number 4 in their rotation and Buck Farmer in the bullpen. So all of the guys that we traded away will be used except for Jason Vossler, which he is still injured. Maybe the Rays will use him, maybe they won't. So we're going to get a look at Andrew Abbott here at the AAA level with a quick player lock game against the Omaha Storm Chasers. So Matt Duffy on the Storm Chasers flies out to end the first inning. Top of the second now here for the Louisville Bats, and Andrew Abbott sends this one. It gets cranked. This one back to the wall. Does this have enough carry? It's off the wall. And this one will be thrown in to second, but the runner is safe with ease. So, Andrew Abbott, he does not have a lot of good strikeout stuff, but he is a guy who induces soft contact. That time, that was not soft contact. That was definitely hard contact, but that's what Abbott can do to you. Here's Andrew Abbott here. He's going to force the ground out to Reynolds to end the second inning. So Andrew Abbott in real life has been dominating in the Reds farm system. He was at the Chattanooga Lookouts here to start the season, and then we decided to bring him up because of the way he has been pitching, and he still continues to impress me every time that we sit down to watch him play. So I'm excited about him really having the potential to be in our rotation next season. At the September call-ups, he's a guy that I'm not necessarily sure that I'm going to call up. As you see this play right here, he's taking it himself like he's still playing middle school baseball, but he does not care. But like I said, he's a guy that I think I could think about calling up at the September call-ups, but I want to give him some more experience at the AAA level because he's only been there for a little bit. He spent most of the season at AA. So to let him settle in and get a couple more games and 20, 30 more innings at the AAA level before the season ends, I think that would be ideal for him and his growth. So in this game, he is through 6 innings with no earned runs and only 2 hits up to this point. So here's Matt Duffy, top 7 now, 85th pitch, And this is Noelvi Marte. What a play by Marte. Noelvi Marte, another guy who recently just got the call up to Louisville. Really because he was hitting very well at the AA level. And he's hitting really well at the AAA level to this point and playing good defense. Obviously, him playing shortstop moves Elly De La Cruz to third base. But I don't think Elly De La Cruz minds that much. I think he is a natural fit at third base anyways. Top 9 now, 2 away, and Andrew Abbott, 112th pitch upcoming, and this could be a complete game shutout. De La Cruz on to first, and it is 6-0 the Bats win. Andrew Abbott with a complete game, 2-hit shutout, and one of those hits was a bunt, if that tells you anything. So you had one guy crush it off the wall, and then another guy bunts for a hit. He walked one and allowed the 2 hits. That was it. And surprisingly, only 1 strikeout. Andrew Abbott got 27 outs in this game. Only one of them was a strikeout. If you look at it, only 2 hits were hard hit in this game. One of them resulted in an out, and the other one resulted in a foul ball. Not even one of them resulted in a hit. So if that tells you anything about what Andrew Abbott can do, he induces soft contact. And he is not going to give up the long ball that much or allow you to even hit the ball that hard. Only one was over 100 miles per hour off the bat, and that was the one that went foul. So here's Victor Castaneda here. He doesn't have the, he doesn't induce the soft contact, but something that he does do is he gets to strike out. You know, Tampa Bay, they breed pitchers over there in that farm system. So I was excited to be able to trade for somebody like Victor Castaneda, who I think has a lot of potential for us. You see here the early strikeouts, and then you got Will Benson diving for the out in right field. We're not here to focus on Will Benson, but he is actually hurt on the play, as probably something you don't want to see there, as he's diving for the ball at the AAA level, as he just recently got sent down, trying to make a name for himself once again. Here's Castaneda with another strikeout. Like I said, he's got good stuff, but something that Castaneda struggles with is as the game goes on, he begins to lose command of his breaking ball pitches. Obviously, he can stick with the fastball, but you don't want to just throw fastball every time. The curveball is one of his best pitches, but like I said, as the game goes on, as he gets more tired, he starts to lose command of it, which is kind of unfortunate. Here's another strikeout for Castaneda, as this one he runs inside on Lofton, and he can't catch up to it. Here's Freddie Fearman here, and he's going down on strikes. Victor Castaneda pitching very well in this game. He pitched I think he went into the 7th inning. He had 8 strikeouts on the day, as I tell you what, Taylor here, he cannot hit our pitching at all. I don't know what it is about it, but he can't hit it. Here's Tucker Bradley now, and he goes down swinging on the splitter. That's another pitch that Castaneda has perfected, is that splitter. So he works into the 7th, 6th and 1/3, and this is Rave down the line, and this one is a fair ball, and Rave's got speed. And it kicks off the wall. Left fielder can't get to it. And now Rave is rounding second, and he's going to be into third with an easy triple. Probably could have been a stand-up triple. So that was a pitch that Castaneda threw that just hung up in the zone. Here's Matt Beatty now. Another pitch that hangs up in the zone is what's going to score the run. And then another errant throw by one of our outfielders. So, man, they really got to figure it out there. So 1-0, the Omaha Storm Chasers lead this game. And Castaneda's trying to get out of the inning, and he does after Noelvi Marte catches the line drive to retire the side. Next, I went to Landon Sims here. I could not do player lock with him, so I had to control the defense now, but I wanted to see Landon Sims. This is a guy we traded for. That's pretty much the focus of the episode, is talking about our new guys who are going to start to make an impact on this team. So, Landon Sims, he's another guy. He's got strikeout upside, but he's going to induce contact. Hopefully, it's weak contact. But the teams are going to try to hit the ball off of him here. So here's Matt Beatty. He hits this one into shallow left center field, and Nick Plummer is underneath of it. Nick Plummer, later on in this episode, will be making his way to the big league level due to an injury at the big league level. So here is Logan Porter now, and he goes down on strikes. I threw 3 sliders in that at-bat, and Logan Porter didn't know what to do with any of them. Goes down looking. Storm Chasers win, though, as we were not able to produce enough offense in this game at the AAA level, but we are soon to go down to the AA level to look at some offense. So Jose Barrero was injured, so we had to bring Chad Pender up to the major league level. He's got good power against left-handed pitching, but he can't hit righties that well. And then Nick Plummer is another guy that we did bring up, like I just said a couple of seconds ago. Nick Plummer is going to be going to the big league level. He would not be making his MLB debut. He played 14 games with the New York Mets a year ago. So we're going to go down to the AA level, and first we're going to focus on Brian Ramos from the Chicago White Sox, is where we acquired him from. And Ramos is going to hit this one into right field, and this one is caught. Good hit by Ramos. And one thing about Brian Ramos is it seemed like he was able to get hard contact, but it would just go right to the outfielders. This one, though, will not be caught, and this one will be a ground rule double for Brian Ramos. I had to play a lot of player lock games with these two players in Heriberto Hernandez and Brian Ramos. And the reasoning for that is because, like I said, they were hitting the ball hard, but they just weren't hitting the ball in the gaps. They were hitting it right to people. Here's a look at Ramos in the field. He would play somewhere in the infield, probably second or third at the big league level if he makes it there, as we have a very packed infield. Second, third, and short are packed. Here's Ramos sending this one to deep right center field. And this one is not going to escape the yard. It's caught in the outfield by Victor Mesa. Unfortunately, the perfect hit results in an out. Same with this one, off the bat to the hot corner. And that's got to be frustrating. You know, as I was playing this and recording this, I thought, man, he's hitting the ball hard. He's just not catching any breaks. So here's Ramos in the field again. It's top 6 now. We're trailing. Don't look at the score too much. We're just trying to get some highlights of these new additions to the Chattanooga Lookout squad. Ramos makes the play there as you get a little bit of a look at him in the field. Now we're going to take a look at Heriberto Hernandez, which this is a guy who's got a lot of power, folks. Here in 2 to 3 years, he will be up at the big league level for sure, hitting a lot of home runs. Unfortunately, his potential is a C, so we would love to see that become a B. But I think that next year, I think he plays at the AAA level, and he's got so much versatility that it won't be long where I think he could be a 67, 68 overall MLB player, because I think he brings a lot to the table here. So early on when I was playing with him in the player lock games, I was trying to learn his approach as he sends this one into deep left field, and it's caught on the run by the left fielder. But I was trying to learn how to hit with him. Chase Petty was injured in this game, and I started to notice something. Every time Chase Petty plays, he gets hurt. I looked at his durability. It was at 2. So I had to change that. I put it up to 55. I know he's probably injury prone in real life, but that's way too injury prone. Here's Hernandez sending this one into the deep left center field, and this one gets down in the gap, and Hernandez is going to have a stand-up RBI double. Once I got the field down with Hernandez, he was able to crush the ball. A 2-run double, his 12th on the year. He's got a lot of home runs. I think he may lead AA in home runs to this point. So he's really good, and I like what he can bring to the table in the future. So now we're going to go back to Brian Ramos here. He started to hit well when I wasn't playing with him, but when I played with him, I couldn't do anything. Here he gets hit by the pitch, and maybe that one was a little personal. So here he is in the field again, bases loaded with nobody out, and I like this play by Ramos. You know, he probably should have went to second first, but he trusted his arm strength to get that ball to the plate, to get the force out at home to, you know, not allow a run to score. I like that play by Ramos. That was a very good play. Now here he is in another game, and he's going to hit this one into deep left field, and this one is caught on the run once again. Like I said, he was hitting the ball hard, but it just was right to the defenders. So, little frustrating here. He's 0 for 3 on this game, and this one really frustrated me because it's right down the middle. You got good good swing timing, and he pops it up to the second baseman. Really frustrating. It started to really frustrate me. Here's Hernandez. We're going to take a look at him again. Bottom 8, we lead 5-0. Runner on first, 3-2 count. And Hernandez sends this one into left field. It's a no-doubter. Perfect swing by Heriberto Hernandez. 110 miles per hour off the bat. And that is exactly what I was talking about. 17th of the season. This kid has raw power. And his power numbers aren't that much better than anybody else you would see in AA or AAA. But it's just something about when he makes hard contact and he gets going, he gets going. You're going to see it. He, after this moment, started to hit almost every pitch hard. As he crushes that one 395 feet. I mean, that's big league swing right there. That's big league power. Here we are in the next game, and he sends this one in the deep left field. Is it another one? No, but the left fielder can't make the play, and Heriberto Hernandez is going to clear the bases. It's an RBI double. Another big hit, and that one right there did not even seem like he hit the ball that hard, but he hit it 100 miles per hour for another double. So here it is now, bottom 5, bases loaded again, and Hernandez hits this one again. Deep right center field, 90 miles per hour off the bat, and this one is going to clear the bases once again. An RBI double, 3-run score, and that is Hernandez's 5th RBI on the day. Here he is again. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Can he do it again? 2 outs, and Hernandez sends this one up the middle. Another perfect hit. And this one was 110 plus miles per hour off the bat, 112 to be exact, with a 3-hit day, and he was crushing the ball. Bottom 10 now, he's 3 for 4, and he can even bloop it into right field. As this one gets down, it's going to advance the runner to third. That's a single for Hernandez. 4 hits on the day. Very good game for Heriberto Hernandez, and like I said, once he gets in a groove, he is dominant. Here we are in the next game, and he's going to hit this one in the gap. It's another perfect, 110 miles per hour off the bat. I did not want to stop playing with him in this game. Bottom 6 now, we lead 5-4, and he's 1 for 2 on the day. Hernandez sends this one in the deep right center field, and it gets down. Bouncing off the wall, and Hernandez is going to have, once again, another double. He was just hitting so many doubles in this game. Or when I was playing with him, I should say. Ramos now has 5 home runs with us at the Double-A level, and it's only been a month. We just can't hit with him that well, but this one gets down, and this one's going to be a single for Brian Ramos. Errant throw comes in, runners stay put. That one was only 91 miles per hour off the bat, but I wanted to try and get a little bit more gameplay with Brian Ramos, just because I felt like I wasn't doing him any justice. Once again, hard hit ball, but it goes right to the shortstop. He's not finding those gaps at the moment. He has a longer wait to the big leagues than Heriberto Hernandez does, in my opinion. This one right here, shortstop can't come up with it. This one did count as a hit, so I included it in the highlights so that you could see Brian Ramos reach base. So, all in all, I was pretty pleased with our 2 young players at the Double-A level. I think they both have a lot of potential, but I am very excited for Hernandez. I think he's just a guy who could be really good in the future for us. So, I had a little bit more time to spend here, so I wanted to hop into a game with Victor Castaneda again, just because I wanted to showcase our new additions a little bit more. So here we are, playing against the Storm Chasers once again. He gets Taylor down on strikes, and here's Matt Beatty in the bottom of the second. Beatty would send this one down the line, and this one would potentially score the runner, but he holds up at third. So I will say Victor Castaneda ran into a little bit of trouble in this game as he was unable to locate anything. He left everything up in the zone as Logan Porter hits this one down the line, scores one. The other runner will stay put at third. So an RBI double for Logan Porter. Yeah, it felt like he couldn't locate anything. It was just a little unfortunate for him today. Leaves the fastball up in the zone, and this one is also going to easily score a run with the sacrifice fly, but the runner advancing to third would be safe as well. So 2-0 the Storm Chasers lead here in the second inning. Still the second inning, runner on third now, and this one's sent into right field. Another tag-up opportunity. Does our right fielder have the arm to get it in there? No, he does not. So the Omaha Storm Chasers lead this one 3-0, and Victor Castaneda is really struggling in this game. Bottom 3, Taylor to the plate, and it's just easy. When Samad Taylor gets up to the plate, it's an easy strikeout every time. Here's Matt Duffy up to the plate now, and he is called out on strikes. The first base umpire said he went around. So 2 strikeouts. Here's Hunter Dozier to the plate, and he sends this one into deep left field. Back to the wall, and it is gone. The Omaha Storm Chasers, 5 runs on Victor Castaneda in this game. Hunter Dozier's second home run on the season at the AAA level, and I think that might be it for Victor Castaneda. He might be able to stay in and face one more hitter. Try to get out of the 4th inning at least. Here's Logan Porter. He sends this one into deep left field. Back at the wall again. And that one lands on the balcony. A home run for the Omaha Storm Chasers. Logan Porter gives the people on the balcony a gift. A gift they will not forget. As I think that's going to be it for Victor Castaneda. He really struggled in this game. Left everything up in the zone. You know, a big thing being a young, inexperienced pitcher, you have to work on, you got to keep things down. You can't keep your fastball, your changeup, or your sinker, or your curveball up in the zone. You got to keep that down. So now I was trying to advance so that I could see Landon Sims, but I wanted to get an at-bat with Elly De La Cruz. It's a 3-2 count. We're trailing by 4, top of the 8th, and he's hitless on the day, so I wanted to give it a shot. And Elly De La Cruz sent this one to left center field in a hurry. 102 miles per hour off the bat, and that's a good sign of things to come right there. I have tried playing with Elly De La Cruz in this franchise, but I have struggled to hit with him. This time I did not. 419 feet, and you know what? September call-ups is right around the corner, and I think he's going to be getting the call-up to the big leagues for the first and hopefully the last time, because I plan on this guy being the staple of the Cincinnati Reds offense in just a couple of episodes. That takes serious power right there. And I've noticed as the season has went along, his hitting attributes have continued to rise. I think by the time next spring is over, I think he could be sitting at 60 power, 70 contact. This is a guy who is getting better every game this season for AAA Louisville. Starting off, he was hitting in the low 200s. Now he's up to 260s. I've been really impressed with De La Cruz. And I've been impressed with the fact that he's been okay sitting down in the farm system and allowing his numbers to get better and be productive down there so that he can be very good at the big league level. So we would see Landon Sims. Once again, I could not player lock it. And I got to say, I don't know if it was just playing in Omaha, but nobody could pitch tonight. Victor Castaneda struggled, and now Landon Sims is struggling. And Landon Sims is a guy I thought, well, maybe I could take him up to the big league level next season. I don't know about that. If we have a prospect that we really like, the big goal is to not rush him. Pretty much what we did with Elly De La Cruz. We did not rush him, and it's paying off, I feel like. So I don't want to rush Landon Sims. I think we got to allow him to get comfortable down there at the AAA level before he comes up to the big league. So Landon Sims would struggle. We would bring in Bracco to finish the game off, as we would lose 11-6. Victor Castaneda takes the loss. He's 1-4 at the AAA level, and Taj Bradley 7-5. So I didn't even realize that we were playing against the Tampa Bay Rays farm system. So that would pretty much wrap up this month of August. And like I just said, September call-ups is here. So I think that we kind of got an idea of who we want to call up. I think Elly De La Cruz is the clear-cut, obvious guy to call up at this point. So who do we call up other than him? I was thinking Andrew Abbott, but I don't think I want to do Andrew Abbott just because I want him to start out next season as a rookie. So to recap, let's look at what we viewed today. Victor Castaneda with a 5.02 ERA. The whip is low. And then Andrew Abbott with a 3.11 ERA, low whip. Like I said, I think next season he will be in the starting rotation, more than likely. And then finally, we got Landon Sims, who we saw today. And like I said, he really struggled. And I want him to progress before he gets that opportunity at the big league level. Looking at the AA squad, Brian Ramos we saw today. He hit 5 home runs. I didn't hit any of them. And he hit 207. He's hitting 207 with us. He played at the big league level this season with the White Sox. Here's Heriberto Hernandez's numbers. 247. He's batting 17 home runs. The versatility on this guy, his hitting stats, I'm excited for him. And I'm excited for the future of Cincinnati Reds baseball. I think we made the proper moves to make this team better for the future. And it's going to be exciting. So stay tuned as we are going to go to the September call-up stage next. We're going to play about half of September. And then the last episode, we will simulate up until the very last game of the season, in which we will play that one and then wrap up year number 1. Trying to get it over here quickly, but I want to make sure that we're getting all the proper beginnings done so that when we get to season 2, we know what we're dealing with. We know what Cincinnati Reds team we're fielding out there. So that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.